It is Nancy with Craze Creations Cloth again. Do you guys want to see me sew something other than a mask? I know I do after about 400. I'm bouncing back and forth in between mask donations as well as my custom orders. These are cloth wipes. What they are used for is they are used in exchange for disposable products, as in baby wipes. There's a special solution that I make that I use with them for baby wipes. They come in double ply or single ply, and with each different thickness, I use them for different things. So for example, I have a set made up of one ply. They are great as baby washcloths. They're made out of flannel, so they're super soft. For baby wipes, it depends on what it is. If it's number 1 or number 2, that's how you know which ply you need to use. I have a mixed stack of them, and they fold up. So when they're done, they fold up and they like accordion style, and you can put them in a baby wipe box, like a plastic container, and just pull them out one by one like that. But these are also great to use in exchange for tissues. Whenever I do get a cold, which I don't now, COVID negative, I was going to say positive, but COVID negative for right now. When I use these as single ply, I use them as tissues. When I use regular toilet paper, it dries my nose out to the point where it just like cracks open. I have very sensitive skin. But using these are great as tissues. I use a wet bag. I also have a lot of wet bags. Vicky from Three Tiny Blessings, she has little, they're called like snack bags, reusable snack bags instead of plastic bags. I don't use much plastic in my house. I use reusable diapers, reusable wipes. So I package some of these up and I use the wet solution, which is mainly water, a couple drops of baby soap, cocoa, butter, baby oil, gel, and witch hazel. And there's a reason behind each of those. I'll get in that in another video. But what I am getting at, these are multi-use reusable cloth products. They can exchange toilet paper, baby wipes, tissues, just something in the car. Like when we go out for a trip, I take the reusable bags. One of them is filled up with snacks. The other one, I have wet of these. So when the boys have a mess, I can clean their hands and their face. Right now in this current situation, I am using my cloth wipes when I go to pump gas. I'm not leaving the house often, but when I do, when I have to deal with the public, I'm taking a cloth wipe, double ply for this. I am rubbing it in hand sanitizer. I'm grabbing the cloth wipe, and then I grab the gas pump to pump my gas. You have to rethink every step of your life to try to avoid this the best way that you can. So, I've been sewing masks nonstop. Usually, cloth wipes, this is what I consider easiest on the serger, and I know a lot of you guys want to learn how to use the serger, so I figured while I am making tutorials, while I am focusing on something else besides masks so I can give my brain a break for the night, while I'm filling custom orders, I would show you guys and try to teach. Like I said, now is not the time to teach if you guys are trying to bust out 100 masks in a night, but I will show you what I know, and this is something that is very basic. I love making these because I love the reason behind them, and I use them daily. It has replaced so many items over the past 4 years in my life. I love what they are, but they are so basic and easy. It's not challenging, and I love a challenge when it comes to sewing. So what I have is 2 layers of flannel, snuggle flannel, cozy flannel. There's so many different kinds. You want a 100% cotton flannel. It's soft. So what I do is I have 2 squares, and you can do a rectangle, you could do a larger square, a smaller square. I like to cut mine 7.5 by 7.5. Once I'm done serging them, it makes them about 7 inches square. So I have 2 pieces of fabric, right sides out, and I have them clipped. If you are new, you're going to want to put more clips, but I just have them clipped in the center of each side. So I am going to make sure my blade is raised, and y'all pray with me. My 2 sergers, this one and the one off camera, they have both taken a beating with this mass donation operation, and I have Frankenstein both of them switching out many parts, really trying to get these work. I don't know if they're gonna, hopefully this one doesn't die on me. But before I get started, I have got to watch Brandon's first time sewing video again. That one gets me every single time. I'm probably going to be in tears laughing during this. I cannot tell you how many times I watched his stuff. the sewing, like the new to sewing video that I posted in my group, that is the reason that I'm hooked on this. So let me get that going so I can really get in a good sewing mood. Bilbo bobbins, a bag of Bilbo bobbins. I'd never get over that part. And Kristen, I'm going to have to call you right back. I saw that you just called. I'm trying to help you fix your sewing machine. So, let me...
And how far along are you? Nearly there. It has no zipper. Zero zipper. The amount of zippers it has is less than one.
Less than one. Alright. So I'm starting in the middle of one of the sides.
Okay.
Blade up, foot back down. And like I said, this serger is on its last thread, literally. So pray with me it doesn't break down during this. I'm going to get inch-ish from the edge, and that's when you push the fabric into it. So you might want to mark it if you're new, but I'm just visualizing a curve right here where the point is, where the two ends meet, and I'm pushing the fabric into that.
We're going
to learn to sew today. Listen to Brandon. It is not serging great. It's working, it's just the speed of it is slower than what I'm used to working with. It's seen its days. It's seen its mask. But I have a new one coming. Thank you, Mike. It's hard for me to serge or sew slow. New scissors. How do we open these? I'm going to cut my finger before I even use these, but spring scissors, yay. So it's the same thing over and over. You are just rounding off those corners. Woo. You are rounding off the corners. When you get back to your start line, you're going to serge over top of it, and then you're going to turn it to the side to move it to get a little tail. From there, I'm going to take a yarn needle, and you can use different things, but a yarn needle, you're going to weave it through the stitches. And actually, since it's two pieces, I'm going to do it in between the front and the back. You're going to take that towel and you're going to thread it through. Pull the thread tight, clip it without clipping your finger.
So the bobbin's just used for the thing underneath, under the needle?
And then pull it straight. And there's your finished cloth white.